So being the People's Choice,
Hi.
how does it feel?
It feels really wonderful. Is this okay, the way it is?
Perfect.
Okay.
How wonderful.
Well, it feels, I think that one of the reasons that I probably became an actress is to have a night like this, because you want to reach people. So it's very rewarding and incredibly special to me tonight.
What is it about the show that's reaching people?
Well, that's hard to say, but you know, I just think that the writing is spectacular for my money, and the chemistry between the actors seems to work well, and we have a lot of fun doing it. So it's nice to know that some people are enjoying it.
Calista, we've watched you being honored many times, and tonight somehow seems more emotional. Can you explain that?
I am actually pretty emotional about this. It's taking me by surprise. I think that I can't really explain it. I think that it comes from the heart and from people, and so it makes it very special for me.
You've become a veteran of doing these award shows. What do you think about this whole award show? Are they fun to come to?
Yeah, they really are. It's really fun to dress up, and it's really nice to actually hang out with the people from Ally McBeal off the set. So we always have a really good time.
Does this put more pressure on you as a performer now that
About that yet, but I hope not. I think that audiences do inspire you to work hard. So when it's the 15th hour on a Friday night at Universal and it's freezing, you still try to do good work because you know people are watching, and this definitely is an inspiration. So whether it will be more pressure, no, maybe, but maybe in a good way.
When you're on the stage, Calista, you obviously get immediate feedback from the audience, and you've been doing the play over the summer and recently Beverly Hills. But is this kind of like the closest you feel with the People's Choice Award to actually getting that feedback from a TV audience?
Yeah, I think that's very right. I think that we work in a studio and we never get feedback from the audience. We're not there in a room watching it, obviously. So when you go out in the world and you see people who watch the show, it's very interesting and enlightening and inspiring to get the feedback. I think you're right on the money.
New York has theater, but now you're in Southern California with weather, awards, and theater. Is there any reason to go back? Spoiled now?
I am spoiled, and I do really, and there's hiking in LA. I really enjoy the nature aspect of LA. I do.
You said in your acceptance speech that you appreciate the criticism, even the criticism. Tell us a little bit about that.
I did say that, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah, because it's all part of it. I think that when people are being critical of you, you can use it and you can learn from it. And I think that it's nice to have the give and take from the audience. I think they contribute to your work. And if they, if a large amount of people say something that's negative about the show, probably they're right. They're smart and they have a better perspective maybe, because we can get lost sometimes, and so you definitely need the third eye.
What's up for Ally this season, for the rest of the season?
I don't really know. I know that she's taking a lot more risks than usual. I've heard it rumored that she might possibly find the love of her life, at least for a little while. But actually, I didn't hear that from David. I heard it from somebody that wrote about it in the press. So I am waiting just like...
Yeah, David Schwimmer just decided to leave.
You got it. Look at what?
Oh, look, it's Bruce Willis. Yeah, I'm supposed to be introducing him. I can't do it from here, can I?
Does this look what you just did? Look, there's a movie star.
Yeah.
Or did you go, look, there's a friend? Does this impress you who you're meeting?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
We're good conversationalists.
Who's on your list here? People you'd like to meet at the party?
I don't know who's here.
Yeah,
That's why when I go,
A lot has been said about Friends having better scripts and funnier this season. Do you agree, or?
I think they just keep getting better. With time, it's like a nice bottle of wine. Just ages.
Well.
Hey guys.
Hi, Dave. How are
Hi,
you?
Dave. Where the hell were you?
How many more years do you think you have in you?
17.
17 and a half years.
18.
What's it been like having these guest stars come on and become parts, you know, Elle McPherson coming on, you know, and joining what has been quite a closed group? Great.
I'm going to answer that because I have to go, because I have to introduce somebody in a minute, and they just told me we have to go. It's always nice to have new people on the show, but it's the best part of the show from the very beginning has been, I think we all agree, just the six of us in the coffee house hanging out and laughing, and we're having a great time, and I got to go. Bye.
Oh, good. Wow. Well,
You've had a lot of awards over your career. Does this get any easier? Does it get less exciting when you get an award like tonight?
This is exciting because we won. A lot of awards, but never actually.
Yeah.
No, this is
Not really that many awards, to be honest. But this is great. No, it's very exciting.
always exciting, I think.
How do you keep it fresh amongst yourself? You know, about...
The award shows?
No, about...
I'm sorry.
When you're on stage and you're doing the show and then you hang out maybe afterwards and, you know, do something, or like tonight, how do you keep it fresh so that when you're working together, it's like first time?
Well, it's a lot of things. The writers, you know, there's a new script every week, so that's fresh.
And,
yeah.
And it's always good. So if the writing is always exciting and interesting and fun, then the work will be. And we all have such a good time together that we just have a blast. So.
Yeah, we help each other too. Come up with, David's very good at that, by the way, just helping us come up with interesting choices with props or just other choices, you know.
We also get a certain amount of time off in the year, about 4 months, so when we do come back in the fall, it's almost like coming back to school, and kind of that reunion always recharges us.
Do you have a commitment for a certain number of more seasons?
No.
No.
So do you know how long the show will go, or how long you want to be doing the show, or will you do it as long as they want you
I think
to do
as
it?
long as we are having fun, and as long as the writing is as good as it has been, and as long as the fans want to stay tuned, we'll do the show. We're having such a good time, there's really no reason not to. So.
Okay, last question.
Lisa, you sort of alluded to it. You have been nominated for a lot of things.
I was, you know, happy. I was very happy. I was happy. Sorry.
Television has so far been very good to you.
It's very, very, very good to me. Yes.
Did you have any trepidation about getting into television at all?
No, I started in television, and I've, for the most part, always been in television. I've done some movies along the way, but you know, part of that, part of the worry of that is allayed by, you know, being able to go to work and be happy every day on the set. But you worry about it and you don't worry about it. I mean, you can't worry about it. So no, I'm not worried about it, to answer your question. I do think about it, but I'm not worried about it.
Come on in, Palladino.
Ming-Na is still being
On the way. We're still photographing her dress.
Goran, question.
Goran, hi.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Come to the
Can
mic.
you tell us a little bit how you feel about the fact of the conflict in Europe and from your homeland being brought into the show as it has this season, your character?
I didn't understand the question about conflict and stuff.
The way that your character was brought into the show, the whole situation that has been going on in Europe over the past 10 years, can you tell me how important you feel it is for that subject to be brought into a mainstream American show? On the mic.
Yeah.
We do the funny question first?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Tony. No, I mean, war finished like 5 years ago, and everybody in my country is trying to forget everything, what happened, and we are trying to move forward. So I'm that kind of person too. And when we started to talk about character and everything, we decided not to bring too much politics and stuff. But since my character is from Croatia, of course, we need to bring something from his biography, from his past years, like we revealed in past episode that he lost his wife and kids in a war. We don't know how, we're gonna know probably in a couple episodes, but they're gonna kill me if I say something now. So that's it, you know, and I feel good, you know, you see these people here, they're really trying to help, you know, when you came in your first episode and stuff, and I'm really like, you know, happy like I can be, and I'm in real place at real time, and I'm like, you see, happy.
How about the fact that also you're becoming the heartthrob, you know, again?
I don't understand, what does that mean? I'm not from the States.
You're like, when George Clooney left, right?
Yeah.
All the women's hearts were broken. Now you're here, and all the women are going for you now. Do you feel?
Well, we actually finally have a man on the show who's actually a man height. So the women should feel better. They can look up.
Cast of VR has something with heights, that definitely, you know, they're choosing something like. See?
I don't know what you're talking about.
A lot has been said about ER losing steam last year and this being a big pressure for you to kind of get the viewers and keep them. You think you guys have accomplished that so far?
Yeah, no, I think we're really proud of that. I think we came in this year, these are all our writers and producers over here, and we all came in very excited with, obviously with knowing that we were bringing in new cast members, which for us is new energy and new spirit. And the audience has stayed with it because, thanks to them, because the writers are staying inspired.
Can't you stay another 5 years, 10 years?
We've all signed for 50 more years.
Anthony, you obviously have gone through, as we mentioned, cast changes. Has it been difficult for you to work with new cast members, and the new cast members, has it been difficult to jump into the bandwagon of a very successful television show?
You know, it's
Don't answer that question.
Yeah, exactly. There are exceptions. You know, the truth is we've been doing this from the beginning. If you look at our first couple episodes and look at who were regulars then and who's joined us over the years, I mean, you wouldn't think of Laura not being on the show, but there was a time she wasn't. So we've always brought people in. This year we brought in a few extra, and because everybody made a big deal out of George leaving, it became some kind of event. But it's always been the rule in ER to bring in characters and try them out and see where we end up. And we're ending up pretty strong. So it feels great as a person who's there.
You always you hope for the best, but you expect nothing, so that you're not heartbroken. But there's that moment before when they open the envelope. It's sort of shattering. You really when we heard the words, it was it's all sound, all feeling goes out of your head, and it's just a rush.
At the Golden Globe Awards, they put cameras on all the people, even the ones who lose, just to throw everybody off. So you know, it's this cruel sort of mock camera comes in your face if you're about to win, and then you lose, and the camera guy goes, all right. And so when I saw the cameras coming toward us, I thought, oh, it's that again. And fortunately, they said our name.
It's especially strange, I think, too, because this was one of those two categories that we didn't know at all until the very end. So you're hoping that you won. Everyone that you meet and say hello to, you know that they won. Otherwise, it wouldn't be there. And you're saying hi and not sure if you were going to actually take it on.
How do you feel that you've got two successful things going right now? This award tonight.
Let's say it's like an experience I've never had before.
He's so good at Galaxy Quest.
Thank you.
So you guys had some pretty good competition there.
You said in your acceptance speech that you were glad that the ordinary people had given the success and recognition you felt it deserved. Can you kind of elaborate on that and why this movie why you think it's been so phenomenally successful around the world?
Well, the People's Choice the People's Choice Awards have always been my favorite award because it's you know, people who go to the movies voting on it, and it's not politics, and it's not about commerce. It's just about people saying what, you know, movies and singers and actors and TV shows they like. So I think it's always been my favorite because of that. I think the film was popular for a lot of reasons, mostly because of the writing and Haley's work in the film, and because it had that little secret at the end, and people, for some reason, kept the secret and didn't tell their friends the ending of the movie, so people kept going back.
It must have been gratifying, though.
I'm sorry?
It must have been gratifying that you found that your whole fan base followed you on a drama like that instead of what they kind of got used to you doing.
Well, I've done other kinds of dramas before. It's just they weren't as popular as this one was.
Why do you think that, and I'd like all of you actually to answer the question, why do you think that The Sixth Sense, that we did keep the secret, not just the audience, but us, the media. I found it remarkable that we
I found it remarkable that you kept the secret as well. Go ahead, man.
You know, one of the things we were really careful about doing with the twist and the secrets in the movie was that it wasn't just a cheat, you know? That it wasn't, oh, he's the killer and we bring him in the last act. It's, you were with Bruce's character every second of the movie. You were feeling his love and his pain and then his surprise at the end of the movie, and that's why it was received in an honest way, and I think that they didn't feel cheated about it and wanted other people, their brothers or sisters and their aunts, to feel the same kind of elation at being, you know, surprised in a good way at a movie that they got more than they expected.
Hey, Bruce, I'm just wondering, did you...
I'm not going to talk to this mic. Yes, I did.
You have to.
I have to?
How about please?
In some secluded room. I learned a lot from working with Haley. I was just on, oh God, I don't know, 10, 12 scenes, just astonished by that there was just so much heart and so much talent and so much heart, I guess is the right way to say it, in an 11-year-old young man. It was just astonishing to see that. I never felt like I was working with a kid. I talked about this film a lot, and people said, well, what was it like working with that kid? And I had to correct them and say that he wasn't a kid. It was when I was working with him, he was like working with a grown man. He's got great acting chops, and I was continually surprised working with him.
Haley, how did you feel about getting your win from the Broadcast Film Critics Association?
Yeah. You know, any awards an honor, and especially with you know, every award that happens, and any honor, and any award that honors any of us who were associated with Sixth Sense, I always thank whatever that gave me the day that I could work with Knight, with Bruce. And from the last question, to work with professionals like Knight and Bruce, of course, you can't come away from a project without learning so much from them. And I think that my acting has improved by 90% just from a day with either of them, and through rehearsals and through shooting and all the way down to the rap party. There was, my mind was always open to anything that they had to say, and just from watching them, you could fill a book with everything that I learned. So I'm very grateful to be able to work with them.
Cynical show. This is an unabashedly sweet show about people who care about each other and try to figure out what relationships are all about and what family's all about. And I think the audience out there has been looking for something like this for a long time, and their reaction to our show suggests that they think they found it.
Are you as close off the set as you appear to be on the set?
No.
Can't stand him. Horrible man. Terrible. Doesn't think about anybody but himself. Never. The most wonderful person. We're a pretty great group. It's really wonderful. It's you work 17-hour days sometimes, and you just really become attached to this family. And it's not just the five of us. It's an incredible group of writers, an incredible group of producers and crew that's just so warm and generous. And I'm actually expecting a baby soon, and it's going to be nice. Yes, my secret is out. but I'm so thrilled because they'll have a family away from family.
Will that work into the storyline?
Don's kind of a veteran at this. Did he give you any good tips before you?
Yeah, it said don't stumble or trip over yourself, and try to read the monitor, and don't say any Spanish cuss words. That's about it.
This is a pleasure, of course, and an honor, and I'm grateful to be here. But I don't get used to it. Thanks.
After getting the all-time award last year.
Yeah, this is a letdown. I'm really disappointed.
Why is winning the People's Choice Award something that's special to you?
Well, because those are the people we work for, ultimately. Those are the people that we try and communicate with. And it's not just a commercial ambition, but that, each of us knows that that's the job at hand, to make an emotional connection with the people that we're telling stories for. and when it works, it's very gratifying.
You're getting this award not just for a particular movie, but just because the people of America think that you're best, you know, that you're their favourite. I mean, how do you think you've managed to achieve that over the years?
I think they have me confused with Adam Sandler, frankly. It's some kind of terrible mistake.
But what do you feel it is about you that people obviously have connected with you?
Look, I think it has to do with a cumulative, if you don't mind, I'll put this thing down, it's awful damn. It's a cumulative history doing films that's to some degree or another have pleased people, but it's not as Julia pointed out tonight, it's not a singular effort. We are a part of a team, and we often gain the fruit of other people's labor. Directors and writers and producers are the ones who give us the words and the ideas and all the rest of it.
Are you going to be doing another Indiana Jones?
I would hope so.
Can you talk about your next role?
You've done, what's the most challenging?
I think everyone, I mean, one gets the sense that everyone is as challenging as the next, whether it's comedy. I don't have favorites any more than I have favorite pair of shoes or favorite child.
Harrison, when you see the other actors who are obviously friends of yours after you've won, what's the conversation like?
I haven't had a chance to see anybody yet, but no, I mean, I'm delighted to be in the company. I don't often have a chance to see my fellow professionals. I don't live here.